Welcome, everybody, to this edition of Inside the Halls, brought to you by Bubba's 33 Longview and Roof Masters of Hallsville. Today we have on Jonathan Kelley.
We have the voice.
The voice.
The voice.
Of Bobcat Athletics.
You know, how did you become, I got to get straight into that. I'm fired up about that. How did you become the voice?
Well, a couple years ago, I had two volleyball players in class, Macy Mahan and Leah Conley. If you remember them back in the day, they were excellent volleyball players. And in class, I'd always do like my announcer voice, like, now coming in, Macy Mahan, turning in her paper, just doing all this goofy stuff. And they're like, you should announce volleyball. I was like, talk to coach, see if she'll let me. The next day, they come running down there like, she'll let you. And
you're in.
Once I got volleyball, it was just like, hey, you want to try out football on Thursdays? Like, sure. Basketball? Sure. And the one I was really wanting, which Judge Smith had at the time, was, the varsity on Friday. I was like, well, I'll just wait in the wings, and when he retires, I'll see if I can get it. Well, the next year he did, and I was like, sweet. So I absolutely love it. They pay me to watch sports and say names. I can't get enough of it. So
funny story, and I'll get back. You can just see the voice is just, you can see, you're going, that is the voice, for sure. So I come up to high school one day, and we do the radio. We're not near as popular as you are. I got attacked by a cheerleader mom. She said, you're not saying my daughter's name right, number one, and she's an all-American cheerleader. And I just looked at her and I said, ma'am, what? She said, you're not saying her name right. And it was Judge Smith. He was announcing when they come out. She thought that I was doing it. She kind of scared me for a second. Do you mess up the names, or do you?
I will mess up the names from time to time, absolutely. Though what's nice is I have Coach Bridges. She does the cheerleaders, so I go bug her. I love to get to the games early so I can go bug coaches about how to say names. And I'm still going to screw it up because I'm East Texan at heart, and that hillbilly comes right on out, and I'm like, oof. And it always kills me. The Hispanic names are by far the toughest for me. As much as I try, I will butcher them, and I feel so bad. But usually a parent will, especially if it's a Hallsville parent, they'll let me know, and I'll get it corrected as quickly as possible for them.
In the softball especially, because you're right there, and you say a name, and immediately that head will turn around.
They will look at you,
and that's not how you say it.
But yeah, like I said, they pay me to watch sports, so I'm all for it.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Jay. Are you ready for this? What's your favorite sport?
Oh Lord, my favorite sport to announce is probably basketball, just because I can get raspy and goofy with it when I announce the starting lineups and doing all that. But my favorite sport to watch, they're going to kill me for this, but football. I played football in high school.
Right.
I'm a football dude. I was a big old fat lineman, so I love being there on Friday nights and doing all that. But I will say this, I do enjoy doing girl sports more than guys.
Really?
Girls are more appreciative. They're always like, thank you, Mr. Kelley, and they always make sure to smile and wave at me before the game. Guys are just, he's there. They're happy to have me there, I guess. But the girls are so appreciative. They always make me feel very welcomed, and I love doing the girls' sports.
They don't even recognize me and Mark. so feel kind of privileged with that. Now, I will say we get a T-shirt from the volleyball, and we get a T-shirt from – it's a girls' sport to get. Now, Coach Watley, the other Coach Watley, not the real Coach Watley, he gives us T-shirts, or he gives some pretty good cool swag, and we get a hat. But
that's favors for favors right there.
Exactly.
You got your name on the basketball shirt this year.
So this year we got a name on the basketball shirt.
Oh, that's awesome!
Shout out to Coach Walker.
That's cool.
And we've never had that, so I've got the T-shirt. We hold on that for dear life.
So, question: I've been there on Friday nights at a football game.
Yes, sir.
And here comes Jonathan Kelley rushing from volleyball, who you've been announcing for probably 3 hours already.
Hair going everywhere.
Just crazy. Runs in there, throws his book down, his little leather binder, don't you?
I have a little notebook that I usually bring.
You drop down, and he's like, okay, I'm ready. Like an hour before the game starts, and you're going through all the names. Does that wear you out, having to talk so much?
It does wear me out, especially being a teacher. I'm yapping all day, every day. And then, but yeah, like you're saying, I get to school usually about 6:30 in the morning. I'm an early riser, so I can just go ahead and get here. And then I'll teach all day, have volleyball at 4:30, and then get done with that, go to the football game at 7:30, and I get home probably about 10:30, whatever, 11 o'clock at night. It's a long day.
That is a long day.
But absolutely, like I said, I enjoy everything I do. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy announcing. So to me, it's been nothing but fun.
Well, let's go to the boring part. How many years you been teaching now?
13.
And all here at Hallsville?
All here at Hallsville.
What drew you to Hallsville?
I'm a Hallsville alum, graduated in 2002. So like all the Farrells and all them, I was right around their age and had
cool.
Clinton and Clayton beating the poo out of me on the football field, and Clint Ingram and all them. So yeah, I was from that class. I just kind of stood in the way as a lineman.
Right.
But I just loved Hallsville. When I was at school and when I decided to become a teacher, I said my number one goal is to come back to Hallsville. I love the atmosphere here. I love our attitude towards education. And when I was getting ready to get a job, there was no jobs available. And literally right before I took the job at Pine Tree.
Pine Stinking Tree.
Pine Stinking Tree.
There you go. Say it right.
Still gives me a dirty taste in my mouth to say it. But right before I took that job, Hallsville called me. I was like, oh, the Lord is working in my favor, and got the job and been here ever since.
That's
so,
all. And you teach
calculus, statistics, and pre-cal.
the real easy subjects mostly.
Easiest subjects in the high school.
Something me, Mark, and JR we've aced and probably excelled at. Don't you think, JR?
I took it in junior high.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't worry about any math in high school. I just got it out of the way.
I didn't worry about math in high school either. That might be what got me in trouble. So obviously you enjoy your job. The kids seem like you're one of the favorites of you hear all the time.
I hope so.
Is that the most rewarding thing?
It absolutely is. Like I always tell kids, there's nothing better than when it's kind of bittersweet, like graduation. I always work it. And I'm just standing there looking at all those seniors, and it feels so good to say bye, but it also feels so sad because I enjoy every single one of them.
Right.
I hope they enjoyed me too. And like I said, it's just one of those things. I don't have kids, so I can imagine how parents feel when they're sending their kids off to college, because I feel probably just a microcosm of that. It's a deep feeling, man. You feel proud, but yet also kind of hurt that they're going. So,
and that's an every year deal. You lose them. Every year. We appreciate everything you do up here, and I enjoy it because when we're in the booth, you're usually at the other end of the booth. We can hear you every night.
Yes, sir.
And you do such a great job. Let's get more excitement on the girls softball, a little more raspy.
I will. Because I don't know what it is. Just when they play that music for basketball, I can just drop that octave and get real goofy with it for the basketball kids. So,
well, it's a closed, small environment with usually a lot of noise. Mm-hmm. You got fans and players. You got the sound system.
And if you can't get hype watching Coach Walker get ready, then I don't know.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
what you're doing.
He does a lot of movement and is going back and forth for sure.
Definitely. Mr. Kelley, appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate being here, man.
And Bobcat fans, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, go Bobcats.